What's up, YouTube? It's Rico here, CEO of Sourcefine Asia, host of the Main China podcast, and the host of the Sourcefine Asia YouTube channel, of course, back with another one. This is a unique one. This is the first video that I'm doing on my new DSLR, so I'm not sure how many people are aware of what I've been using in the past for recording, but I've basically been using cell phones. First video I ever made was 5 days in Nantong, and that was filmed on a very old iPad, and some footage on like an iPhone 6s at the time, and then also like a cheap Huawei phone that I had at the time because I just lost my other iPhone. But yeah, it was good. I mean, the content itself was good. We actually got one of our biggest, if not our biggest client ever off of that video. When I look back on that, like just the quality of the video is very cringeworthy. Even just my filmography style was bad. And then, I started filming on an iPhone 6. I got an iPhone 6, and that was pretty decent for a while. Then I upgraded to an iPhone 7s. And I think the vast majority of the YouTube videos you guys have seen over the last year, the ones that at least have come across with, good quality with an iPhone 7, which isn't bad. I also filmed my day in the life on one of my buddy's cameras. It was a Canon, I don't remember the exact model, but it was a model from around 2014, 2015. And it was very good. I just didn't know what I was doing. So I felt that to invest into a DSLR was a little bit soon for us. I think the focus was just learning how to film simple videos and improving my filmography style. I think over the last year or so, I mean, anybody that watches one of the YouTube videos from a year ago versus now, you would have seen like the growth in how we film, quality of the films, and then of course I've been traveling a lot, so then just the scenery. So with that, what's come is I've began to learn the limitations of filming on an iPhone, right? Like, even though the iPhone 7s is a 12 megapixel camera, and it was very good. Like, I mean, most people, to the naked eye, and even it happens to me sometimes, you don't know that something's being filmed on an iPhone versus an actual professional camera. A lot of people think that my videos are filmed on professional cameras, and when I tell them it's an iPhone, they're like, oh, it's crazy. There's some movies that have come out in the last, I think Steven Soderbergh's High Flying Bird was filmed entirely on an iPhone 7 or iPhone 8, one of the two. But there's been movies in the past couple of years that have been filmed entirely on iPhones. So that being said, I felt that I started to see the limitations of filming an iPhone, and mainly that was filming at night. Like in a situation like this, maybe not with an iPhone XS, which is what I have now, but in a situation like this, with low lighting conditions, I'd start to see, aberrations and blurred and blurry stuff, and then I have to artificially come up with light. And then, of course, I've been traveling more, so I felt that a lot of the shots that I've had where I was somewhere where there wasn't that much light and I was traveling could have been better if I had a professional camera. And then also one of my overall goals from 2019 to 2020 was to improve the quality of our content, not just the frequency of our content, because I think we've been pretty consistent. We've released almost I think we've only missed maybe 1 or 2 weeks out of the entire year. We've released a video every week pretty goddamn consistently. So yeah, now we're at a stage where I'm going to continue to be traveling. I'm going to be in Bali in the next I don't know when this video is going to come out, but by January 16th, I'm going to Bali, Indonesia as a whole, and eventually Bali. And it's like I want to be able to capture these amazing environments to the best of my ability. and so that's part of the reason why I got this DSLR. So I got a Canon 77D, pretty good price for China. I think it retails like brand new in the US right now. I think it still goes for like 700. I think originally it came out for about 900 before taxes, so probably basically $1,000. I think right now it still goes for about 700 brand new. I got it in China refurbished for about 400, and that's 400, 450, something like that, and that's including like a startup kit in terms of a lens, micro SD, two micro SDs, a 512 gigabyte micro SD, and a 128 gigabyte micro SD, 3 batteries. So yeah, that's a pretty decent deal, I'd say. And it's the kind of stuff that you can take advantage of in China as well. Bought it off of Taobao. So that's pretty much it. Like I wanted to start off this video just talking about the improvements that we're making. So obviously I have the new iPhone as well. So not only will the camera be able to take video like this, I'm also going to be able to have different angles and different shots that are also in the same quality, because if you look at some of the more recent videos, we've done videos where we had multiple angles and stuff like that, which is cool. But the second angle, you could tell like the camera quality was just not the same. So it kind of takes, I don't know how much you guys care about that stuff, but it does affect me when I'm watching it. And then one thing that started to happen is when I was traveling outside of China more, I started watching my YouTube videos on TVs, like on actual TVs in my Airbnbs. Maybe it would have some friends over, and then these are people that I've like just gotten to know, and we were having a house party or something like that, and people would come over and then they'd be like, oh yeah, like let's check out one of your YouTube videos, and then I would play it on a TV, and it's like I'm looking at it on a 50-inch LED TV, and I'm like, it's a big difference in quality, watching a video on my laptop versus on an actual television screen. So what I really wanted, and I think this is going to be the big difference with having a professional camera for people that, I think for the average person, if you're watching this on your phone or on your laptop, you probably won't be able to tell the difference between this being on a professional camera versus on my phone. But when you blow it up onto a TV and then you're watching it in full HD, that's where you can really see the difference in camera quality. So yeah, I mean, I think I'm excited for the new year. I'm excited for the kind of content we're gonna make. Should definitely get some cool stuff in Bali. I will be doing my typical end of year review and goal setting. We've done it for the past 4 years. So we call it it'll be 2018 or 2019 versus 2020 goals. I'll be doing that with Mike in February, because that's when we always do it because of Chinese New Year. And yeah, stick around for the channel. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. I hope you guys have some good plans for the year. If you like this kind of content, like, comment, share, subscribe.